tough game out there. It seemed like last year, both games, they were tough physical games with UIC. Just talking about being able to grind that out once again, Sharita in foul trouble the second half, and some players coming up and hitting some big shots off the, some other players coming up and hitting some big shots.
I mean, huge. I just, I don't know what it is right now with Rita and her foul trouble, but she's just getting tagged for some ones, just being overly aggressive on some rebounds and maybe gambling a little bit on defense. So we need to make sure that we shore that up. But certainly more power to the players that we have that were able to step up. I mean, what a game Misha Fambro had. But also when it was really crunch time, I remember Megan had her hitting some huge shots and just making a real impact on this game. And then Audrey Madison stepping in and hitting a one dribble pull up to, I don't know, maybe put us up by 3. But I mean, just having those other kids be able to step up while Sharita is sitting on the bench is something that, I mean, obviously we need.
Is it more of a total team dedication that you guys are just dominating in the offensive rebounding like you did today? You killed them basically on how all the players went to the glass and had a full commitment to try and get that basketball.
Yeah, I mean, we really try to get 1 and 2 and 3 opportunities at the basket, and I just think that there's no reason we shouldn't. So if they're not doing that, then they're just not giving enough effort. So having those 2 bigs and looking at this stat sheet, it looks like Megan even 4 offensive rebounds. I mean, that's huge for her. She had a huge game today. She really stepped it up. So just really proud of her. But we absolutely, want to hang around the basket and get as many opportunities as we can, especially if that first shot isn't falling. So we were able to go ahead and reset and capitalize on a couple of those, which is what we needed.
You guys were down early. UIC was up by 8 at the 7:51 mark. You guys went on a 22-8 run to end the first half. What do you think sparked that run?
Well, we took a timeout. We had a little mini discussion there. I don't think I threatened anyone's life, but I mean, it just was one of those things where you got to get them refocused. And at that point, it really was Sharita. Sharita needed to get going, and I don't necessarily get in her face too much, but she really, needed to snap out of whatever she was going through at the time. But we were able to bounce back and certainly give more effort on the defensive end, which always makes life better on the offensive end. So funny how that works.
Coach, what did they do to Rosie? I mean, she looked like she was, I don't know if she was so out of it or was it they put 1 or 2 gals on her? Because she looked just kind of out of whack today a little bit.
Their pressure kind of bothered her a little bit. She, just her reads against, I would say that this is probably a team that changes their defense more than any other team that we've seen. Right. So maybe the recognition wasn't there early enough to notice that they were maybe in their 1-2-2 half-court trap outside of being in a man or a 2-3. So being the point guard, I mean, you really have to adjust to that and very quickly. Otherwise, you're going to turn it over. And so being on a one-day prep, it's one thing for us to say, this is what they do, be ready for this out of a timeout, out of the dead ball, side out of bounds, but it's quite another to be hurried up and then have someone come run at you and have to make, a great play. So she did a great job for the most part of handling it. She made a big free throw at the end. And so just still confident with her handling the ball. I mean, that's just the way it is, and she will be the one. And I was just looking at this. We only had 2 turnovers in the second half. Is that right? Oh, okay, good.
Now, Coach, you mentioned the scoring from Demisha. She had 20 points today. Just talk about her leadership, but I also noticed she was making hustle plays too. Just talk about that a little bit.
Misha, she just has been doing a great job lately. I mean, I think it's starting to set in that she's a senior, and this is the most that she's ever gotten to be on the floor in her career. And I think she's made a decision in her mind to just go ahead and take advantage of that and leave nothing out there. Like, no regrets, final buzzer sounds. I did everything I possibly could within the framework of time I was given, and she's really taken that to heart. And I'm just really proud of her getting her hand on those balls and getting the steals, making those crucial free throws. knocking her three-point shots down. So, I mean, she's just really stepped up right when we've needed it.
Coach, shooting, you know this as a big shooter during your days. Shooting is really contagious. Detroit was going through a period 3-4 games where the outside shots just really weren't falling. Sine comes back, and in the last couple of games, Detroit's been able to hit at least 7-8 threes a game. It's season high a couple of games ago. So once again, is that the kids really getting there early in the gym, or is it just on a hot streak right now?
Well, we've made a concerted effort to go ahead and get in the gym more. I mean, we've been getting together with small groups, and just because of our class schedule, we honestly don't have a lot of 5-on-5 time together during the week, so we make time outside of our normal practice time to shoot the basketball, and I mean a lot. Within an hour, we're getting quite a few shots in, just saying, hey, you know what, it's going to come down to this. Whoever makes shots in the Horizon League tournament is going to win. That's just the way it is. I mean, so that's just a focal point. We talk about it all the time. Sharita having 1, 2, 3 defenders on her, and we just got to be ready to go ahead and knock them down. I mean, they all can shoot it, so why not just keep building their confidence by getting in the gym more? But it is nice to see that they are seeing some payoff with that extra work. So I hope they're really fired up for their 7 a.m. workout on Monday.
Coach, UIC actually outscored you guys 30-26 in the paint. Does that surprise you, due to the fact that you guys rebounded them by so much?
That Hanneman, she's a really, really good player. I mean, for her last year, watching those tapes and games from last year, she wasn't even a factor. And whether it's because they were senior dominated last year and they were mostly perimeter oriented, but she has really, really improved on her game, and when she catches in that lane, I mean, she's very, very effective. So yeah, it is a little surprising that they outscored us in the paint. They were also able to get a couple of easy layups on turnovers and setting some screens down there. But the one person that kind of got us last year was number 23 off the bench, Coble. She was able to come in and hit some big threes, and so more power to her being able to step up, and we just have to do a better job of defending that.